my god, these are so small.
They're really
These are
tight.
Teeny
They're
tiny.
very tight.
Did you order slippers from the children's section?
No, I promise.
Oh my god, you know those little Disney slippers?
Yes, it's exactly like those. Like Cinderella.
That's how this feels. Hi guys, and welcome
to Make It Weird, the Slumber Party Edition. Yay, I'm so excited.
I can't wait to go to bed.
Oh, so excited for sleepy times.
It's gonna be great.
No, you know what? This is a slumber party where the goal is because you're like 11 years old, the goal is to stay up as late as you possibly can because it made you really cool.
And whoever falls asleep first gets marker on their face.
Obviously, yes. So actually, I was like, granted, I did have friends, but like, you would think I wouldn't the way I'm about to describe this story.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But like, when I would go to sleepovers, usually I was the first in bed, and it wasn't because I fell asleep. It was because I was like, I need to go to bed. It's my bedtime. And don't fucking mess with me while I'm sleeping. And people were like afraid to, and they wouldn't, because I would be the kid. I would wake up in the middle of the night because the other girls were having a great time, and I'd be like, guys, I'm sleeping.
Oh, I was the kid. I would stay up until like 9 a.m. the next day.
I definitely, I think I could see that for you. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, so this is our mini episode, Slumber Party Edition. We have some really fun stuff ready here for us. If you're not watching, everything is pink. We got pink pajamas, pink fuzzy slippers. We have new pink cups, and we got this really gourmet, definitely not cheap thing that I got at Home Goods. Definitely got it from somewhere better. Thing that you make a Cosmo with, and there's definitely not sediment at the bottom of it.
It's fine. It's it's a stomachache in a bottle.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a little pink swamp in here. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's got like cranberries and dried oranges and stuff, which is
what is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a Cosmo.
Oh, it's just supposed to be a classic Cosmo.
Classic Cosmo, but there are cranberries in it.
Okay.
But the sugar in here is like super not dissolving. But like maybe for our sakes, having not a bunch of sugar is probably okay.
Speak for yourself. I want the tummy ache. Bring it on.
You love your sugary drinks.
Dude, we talked about it. I went to Olive Garden, which is the first time in a long time that I've been disappointed by an alcoholic beverage. I had 2 of them, and I felt nothing.
And I said, that's what you get for going to Olive Garden.
Okay, well, what do we want to start with first? We want to start pouring our drinks.
Let's pour some drinks, and then I may or may not have a little skin treatment for us ready to go.
Oh.
Yeah.
A foreskin treatment?
Exactly.
My foreskin is so dry. I got it reattached a couple of weeks ago, and ever since it's just been,
honestly, proud of you.
Thank you. All
right, let's pour some drinks.
Okay, I'm excited.
I'm gonna get some ice.
That ice is it's a huge clump of ice.
My hands are so clean, don't even worry. Like, literally, why would you even care?
Just as clean as a McDonald's bathroom floor.
That's actually where I just was.
Oh my god, McDonald's. What's happening?
See if you can break it apart.
My goodness.
I'm so sorry.
It's art. Off to a great start here.
You need another? All right, so now we got this little filter guide to keep the chunks out.
Nasties out, the floaty bits.
Watch this taste like absolute garbage. Oh my god.
I kind of hope it does.
Ah! Oh, it's so pink though. It's very cute.
Okay. Wait. My turn. What do we do? What do we do?
Bring it here. I got you.
What do we do with the strainer?
I don't know. I haven't gotten it.
It's half empty. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's so much fun.
Yeah, these are going to be very strong. This is this is literally just a glass full of vodka. Let's drink slowly.
No.
All right, here we go.
Did it. Are we gonna...
Let's do it. Let's have a taste.
Do we want to toast?
Toast
to making it weird. Oh.
That sure is vodka.
That's like a fucking Svedka. That's like drinking Svedka out of the bottle.
So strong.
You know exactly what I'm talking about too, like the lemonade Svedka that you'd buy because you're like, oh, I love lemonade.
Honestly, like, don't finish that.
I'm going to probably drink that.
You think? It is good.
Oh my god. Is it?
All right, so this is a mini, so we are going to read our headlines to you, but it's a slumber party, so we're going to do some skin prep.
Oh god. Okay.
So first things first.
Okay.
We gotta get our hair out of our face.
Great.
And I found just the most wonderful headbands that look like snails because they have snail eyes.
Do this little number.
Yeah, you did it. It's so good with your bangs.
Oh,
it looks like snail hair.
Okay, well, snare. Do you leave it over your ears?
I'm kind of like over the tops of them. Do you want the little wrist thingies?
Yeah, I guess we might as well. How many do you have?
I have 4.
I'll take 4.
Okay.
I just feel like...
Yeah.
I could work up a sweat.
Box in your little snail. Oh my god, look at them. Oh my god. I love them so much. Okay, so...
what a pink collagen gel mask.
From Medicube, you know.
This is Korean.
Yes, you can read Korean, right?
No, what is this?
Oh, I'm just gonna cleanse my face really quick.
Oh, with what? Like
Micellar water.
your celly water?
Micellar water. Listen, this is the skincare podcast. We always cleanse before we put on a mask.
What is it?
It's just a cleanser. Listen, no one actually knows what micellar water is, and you're not allowed to ask.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. How do I know when I'm done?
You just wipe all the way over.
do
You
I-
act like you don't do skincare, and
do I
I know
know?
you do
How do I-
skincare.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Where does the face stop and the neck begin?
Give me the fucking. You just start pouring the micellar water all over your face. I don't know. I'm scared. All right, so we got these gel masks, and they're like full face masks. They like top and bottom.
What do you mean top and bottom? What does that
Like
mean?
there's one half for the top of your face and one half for the bottom of your
Is
face.
this gonna like get everywhere?
Probably, but it's fine.
Ooh, it's juicy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what your mom said last night.
What is happening? Oh, it's in another thing.
Oh, it's a package in a package. A package.
Oh. Oh
Ew.
no.
Wait,
Oh.
this isn't settling.
Oh god. Oh god. What is this?
Oh, it's so jelly.
Oh god.
It's so jelly. Oh, I don't have a mirror.
I'm feeling Dwight. I feel like Dwight.
I was gonna say.
Oh, it tastes awful.
Don't put it in your mouth.
I didn't mean to. Oh, it's all askew, Mom.
Okay. Ooh, it does get in your mouth.
Yeah, I know. I told you.
I really hope someone is listening to this without watching the video. Just listening.
Okay.
I think I got it. I think.
Yeah, the bottom is not happening. I'm really sorry.
So like I laughed but like the mouth hole stayed the same, so it just looked ridiculous. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're not doing the bottom part, just the top part for our eyes, and that's fine. Well, I'm certainly uncomfortable.
Is it weird yet?
No, not enough.
I'm gonna drink more.
Not nearly enough.
That tastes so bad. The fucking mask.
Oh, I thought you were gonna drink. You know what else I got? Lip smackers!
All right, what flavors you got?
Strawberry, blue raspberry, watermelon,
I want blue
vanilla.
raspberry.
I know you would. Tropical punch, mango, kiwi, cotton candy. Cotton candy is split into two lines, so I thought it just said cotton. Oatmeal cookie. Oh, oatmeal cookie. And pina colada. Yeah, so
I know we shared the pina colada one because it's an alcoholic beverage.
That's smart.
If our ages are combined, we're at least 21.
Blue raspberry. I think I'm gonna go.
Oh my god, I haven't had a lip smacker in so long.
I want kiwi. So, the reason I know she likes blue raspberry is because I love Jolly Ranchers. I keep them around all the time. But I don't like the blue raspberry ones, and so sometimes I'll just like give her the blue raspberries.
Oh my god, yes, for my birthday, Harmony sent me an isopod, a big one.
I did.
And I opened up the package, and there's like a ton of blue raspberry fucking shit asses.
Because I wanted to make sure it wasn't broken when I sent it to you, because she was out of state when it was her birthday, so I sent her the little isopod, and yes, that is a bug.
It's not a bug.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
Thank you.
Explain what it is then.
It's like a roly-poly.
Yes.
Or also known as a pill bug.
Oh.
They're not bugs, though.
They're dinosaurs, correct?
No.
Oh.
They're invertebrates.
I think they're dinosaurs.
Okay, anyway.
But yeah, so I sent her one, and I was like, all right, well, I opened it. What else can I shove in here? And a bunch of blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers was the key.
And Reese's cups, but Casey ate all those.
Reese. It's actually Reese's cup. Reese owns the cups.
Reese's cups.
Yeah, but Haley said it wrong, and that's okay.
How realistic are the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park? My name is Dan, host of Based on a True Story, the podcast that compares your favorite Hollywood movies with history. I had a chat with the paleontologist who consulted on all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies to find out the real history behind the dinosaurs we see in the movies. And it doesn't stop there. From Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean to Saving Private Ryan and Tombstone, if you've ever wondered how much of your favorite movies really happened, head on over to basedonatruestorypodcast.com to find out. Once again, that's basedonatruestorypodcast.com.
You ready for some headlines?
I am so fucking ready. I am moisturized from head to fucking nose. I'll start.
Okay.
This is the one earlier when we were organizing our notes that I started laughing and I was like, man, I probably shouldn't laugh at this. So I'm going to read it without laughing and I'm going to see if you laugh.
Okay.
Woman run over in parking lot while trying to save spot.
Oh my god, I saw that! Yes! But, like, what was the parking lot? Like,
I would assume it was an event of some kind because that's usually when you're trying. I've seen people do this. I'm pretty sure my mom did it once. Like, searching for hours and hours. Not really, but for at least 4 minutes for a parking spot.
that's a long time.
And you're like, yo, I got to the entrance. There's a spot over here. I'll stand in it and save it for you. You can't do that. That's not kosher. That's not the rules.
But you shouldn't run somebody over for it.
No, that's also not the rules. You should not run people over. But listen, it's a little bit funny.
Ugh, God.
You don't have to keep drinking it.
I feel like I do.
It was only $507.
Speaking of $500.
Yes.
Microdosing LSD is not an effective ADHD treatment.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn. I better tell Bobby he should stop microdosing LSD immediately.
He should switch to psilocybins.
Yeah. Much better solution, I think. Yes.
But yeah, no, microdosing LSD has been shown to be an effective treatment for, like, PTSD.
I'm sorry. There's, like, a flap on your... Every time you talk, it's like jiggling.
I'm leaving it.
No, yeah, please leave it. Continue.
Oh, that's really it. It doesn't work for ADHD, so don't do it.
Yeah, shocker. This one's not funny. Sorry. New York basketball coach fired for pulling high school players' ponytail.
Dude, did you watch the video?
I watched the video. Oh, so they're on the sidelines, and this guy, he's probably in his, like, late 50s, like, basketball coach, and the girl was already upset. Something must have happened, and she was crying, and she's standing there with a bunch of her friends, and he gets pissed, and he yanks her ponytail.
It's like a full yank.
But one of her friends, God bless her, stuck up for her and got in between her and the coach and was like, bro, we don't fucking do that.
Yeah, dude.
Like, yeah. And apparently he apologized, but I don't fucking care.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, why? What on God's green earth would possess a grown-ass man to yank a high school girl's hair?
To yank anyone's... This is assault, and it's even worse because that's a child.
Yeah.
Like...
No fucking... We've talked about it before. Literally, there's no sport. There's no high school, middle school, elementary school age sport that's worth getting that mad about.
Imagine getting mad about a sport.
Which one?
The,
Basketball?
with the ones
Basketball.
fit
Basketball.
golf.
Basketball.
Correct.
Basketball.
Imagine getting mad about that.
I would get pretty mad about basketball. I'm pretty passionate about basketball.
Is that where you play basketball in a basement?
It's a movie.
It's actually a movie?
Yes, it's a movie.
Oh, I've never
by
heard of it.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the same people that do South Park.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Cartoon or an actual?
No, it's like an actual movie.
Okay.
It's like a weird, like, early 2000s, late 90s cult classic.
It's called basketball?
It's called basketball. They create a new sport. It's so funny. If you ever want a raunchy comedy, that's a great one.
I would be down for that. Because
Yeah.
I love that sense of humor.
So good.
Incredible.
First images of humpback whales having sex. They're both males.
Honestly, thank God.
I wish it was June.
Yeah.
Pride Month.
Oh, yeah.
We stand
They're
the
just
gay
a little
whales.
too early, but that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do live in a whaling city. We need to add a statue of 2 male whales
Doing it.
having fun.
So
I've
there's
been
two
saying
things
this for
that are great
years.
about that article is the first footage. So it's like, oh, thank God, everyone's been waiting. Finally, now we have footage of whales having sex.
Which is, we've all been begging for.
I've been
this.
saying for years, why don't we have footage of whales having sex?
Yeah, for real.
But then to tell me that they're also gay, incredible.
We stand the whales.
Ugh, allies in the ocean allies, like,
Ally.
ugh, so incredible.
Slay. Boots the house dumper.
Pop off queen.
Yes.
My cousin and their partner came to visit, and I don't know, like, they're just so much more in that, like, yes, pop off queen, like that terminology, and I
gosh.
fucking love it because
Oh, goodness.
they're the right people to say it. Like, it just
Oh, so I
works
can't
for
say
them. No, you can't. No, it just, like, there are some people that say it, and I'm like, why would you say that? And there are people that say it, and I'm like, yeah, I could tell that you've always been saying that. You know what I mean?
There is some senator. She has purple hair. Maybe she's just a representative. I'm not sure. Some state representative who has been doing these videos on Instagram Reels and on TikTok where someone's given her a script and she is reading, like, this is Max Riz. Like, stuff like that. And she's in her, like, 70s or 80s. Like, she is older.
Oh, I love that so much. That's incredible.
It brings me so much joy. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You can say slay.
That's so good. Right, honestly,
you can say stunt on that.
I love that. Well, that's like the whole trend that was going around. It started with a guy at a museum curator, and he was like in his 70s. You see that video where he was like introducing the different things in their museum, and he was like, "Pop off, queen, slay." Did you not see that? And he was British. Oh, that was so good. That was a few months ago. But anyways, yeah. So they came to visit. And I was like, I just got a big clothing haul, and I know you're here visiting, but, like, I need to look through this. And they were like, oh, yes. And the whole time they were just, I was like, all right, this is kind of a gothy haul. And they were like, okay, goth. Okay, goth. Pop off.
Yes,
and I was just like, and I got a fucking, like, waist harness thing. Mm-hmm. My cousin was like, oh, you got a waist harness thing? And I was like, I don't know, but wait, how does this go? And, like, in unison, they were like, we'll show you.
Oh, okay. We know what that's about.
So good. So good.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Time for my next one. Mm-hmm. Scientists trapped in Antarctica plead for help as violence breaks out.
Oh my God, it's literally the thing. I saw this headline, but I didn't read the article.
Oh, okay. Insane. So these scientists in Antarctica, researchers, they go into this research knowing they're going to be in this isolated building area in Antarctica for like
months,
if not like a year, something crazy or like that. And one of the people started getting really hostile and then ended up assaulting someone.
Wow.
And so then there were emails coming from the people there that were like, we need this person out of here, like send help, blah, blah, blah. And they weren't sending help for like a very long time or something.
I mean, I'm sure it has to be really hard to get out there. I don't think you can just like...
so. I don't... Yeah, I think...
Flight.
Exactly. No, it would have to be like a private plane or something. Yeah. I don't know how any of that works, but yeah.
Nor do I.
It seems like everything is okay now because I read a follow-up article. Mm-hmm. But it almost is kind of like, it just like blew over.
Just said, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And he saw we punched you or whatever. Because it didn't say what happened.
I saw I assaulted you.
But we saw we put the assault.
I saw that I assaulted you in the Antarctic Circle. When we didn't know what was going on.
Oh, I just so sorry.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
So the next few are going to get progressively darker.
Great.
I'm very sorry.
I love it. That's what we're here for at a slumber party, to be honest.
I agree, dude.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think about dying? All right. Couple forced to sit next to a dead body on plane for 4 hours after woman dies mid-flight.
I have heard about this kind of thing happening, and it is such a big fear. So, like, she had a heart attack or something, I guess?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. She passed out in the aisle on the way to her from the bathroom, and instead of, like, taking the body back to the seat that she was in, they put her in an open seat next to where she passed away.
What the fuck?
So it wasn't even the neighbor of this couple. Like the seat neighbor.
Oh!
I know. It's crazy. But I mean, like, what else? I mean, at the end of the day, though, what are you supposed to put her in the fridge?
There's
like,
where really nothing you can do. Because you can't just like slide her down to the baggage compartment. Like,
imagine if we could, though.
There's like a little slot.
Shove her down the toilet.
Just like open it up, trapdoor.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But like you said 4 hours.
4 hours.
That is. I think I would come out of that flight certainly a different person.
I'd be scarred.
And absolutely scarred, traumatized, and would not be flying in the next, like, 6 years.
Well, we're not flying in the next 6 years anyway, because there are all sorts of friggin' things going on with the planes.
Things. Yeah, the planes are bad. You can't, it's not great to travel out of the country.
Okay, this isn't a headline.
Okay.
But I don't know if you saw this. There was another Boeing whistleblower who was found dead in a parking lot.
No.
Another one. Like last week. Yeah, dude. Isn't that cray?
It is cray.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
This is the one, when you and I were researching earlier,
okay,
that I audibly gasped. Babysitter checking for monsters.
Stop!
Finds
you
man.
You stole my headline!
Wait, let me say it! Let me say it!
Okay.
Finds man hiding under child's bed.
Bro!
I'm sorry I stole it.
You finally stole one of
I did. You stole 2 from me before, so at least we're even now.
That was literally, I lined that up to my last one.
Okay.
No, I saw that at work, and I literally burst into the room where all my coworkers were, and I was like, bro, listen to this shit. This is wild.
Absolutely insane.
Did you read the article too?
I did read the article.
Oh my gosh.
And they finally arrested him, but they didn't arrest him that day or night, whatever it was.
It was like the next day, right?
Yeah, he was on the run and they finally caught up with him. But like,
did they say what his relationship was to the kid? I saw that they had what's the word I'm looking for? Restraining order.
Oh, okay.
That they had
were they related to the kid?
I don't know, but the family had a restraining order out against him. Or at least the person who lived there who had custody of the child. It didn't specify if it was like the kid's father or another family member or just like a random guy who'd been stalking them.
Oh no.
But like, imagine.
No.
And it said too that like,
and it's the babysitter. It wasn't even the parents.
and it said to the babysitter like when she saw him,
there was like an altercation
they
of some
tussled,
kind.
yeah, and she got knocked out. But I guess
Yeah.
the kid also got knocked out, is what the thing said.
I-
But you know what? Fucking good for her. I wish
Yes.
they named her because that's like
Yeah.
hero behavior.
Just
Good on her.
I wonder how old the babysitter was too. I hope older because like I used to babysit as like a 15,
Oh my god, I'd be
16
fucking
year old.
terrified. Yes.
That would also be huge trauma for later. Yeah. Sorry, I stole it. Sorry, not sorry.
It's okay. That's why I always pick 6.
Your drink. Okay. Pace yourself.
No.
That is a strong drink. Look at mine and look at yours. That is so much vodka.
Hashtag all in.
YOLO.
Comment hashtag
Sloshed.
all in support for me drinking this drink. I'm gonna finish it before the mini's up. I tell you what. Oh man, this one's kind of rough.
Okay.
Colorado mother killed by some of her daughter's more than 50 dogs, authorities say.
Whoa.
She had dementia and was living with her daughter. And the daughter left for a period of time, and some of the dogs killed and ate the mom. Isn't that nuts,
Say
though?
over 50 dogs.
Over 50 dogs. So
Well, that's the
obviously,
problem. We don't need to
animal-
have 50 dogs.
Yeah, that's animal hoarding. Like
Yes.
there's no way, unless you're like a fucking gazillionaire, you can't afford to care for all
Even
those
if you are a
animals.
gazillionaire, like that's like a shelter.
Responsibility. Yeah.
You need to have a kennel. It sounds like that they were not in a kennel, so yeah.
Obviously not. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Speaking of dementia and of dogs,
Sure.
that actor that passed away, Gene Hackman.
Uh-huh.
Did you read about what they actually ended up discovering?
Very surface level, but it was weird because they both died like quote unquote of natural causes, but they were like in the
Yeah.
house together when they died.
So he had dementia.
Yeah.
And she passed away of a different disease that I guess
Mm-hmm.
you can get by coming in contact with rat feces. I don't remember the name of it.
Ew.
But she passed away separately of that. And I guess he was so far along, I forgot if it was Alzheimer's or dementia. I apologize. Through one of the two that he wasn't really able to take care of himself. And he also didn't realize that she had passed away.
That's really sad.
Oh my gosh, I know. Like,
That's crazy that they didn't have a caretaker.
yeah. But also, too, they were in, I think, their 50s or their 60s, which isn't an age that you would typically
But they're
need a
right,
caretaker.
but like they're very rich people. You would think they would at least have like, I don't know, someone checking in, cleaning.
Cleaning, yeah, maybe. But like for me personally, I think as a point of pride, even if I got to that point, I probably would hold off on trying to get a caretaker for a while.
I
Because
guess
like
so, yeah.
there's like a certain, it's the same thing with like old people that don't turn in their driver's license or stop driving. There's like a level
Yeah.
of independence that you're giving up.
Yeah,
So,
it's very that's a very, very difficult thing to do.
yeah.
Yeah, Bobby and I said that whenever we get to the age where we're not able to care for dogs anymore, we're gonna walk into the ocean.
Casey said that if he can no longer wipe his butt, I can take him out in the backyard and put him down, Old Yeller style.
Do we know how well he's wiping it now? Exactly. Yeah. I am quite certain you have seen this because it's been all over with videos, and I'm sure many other people have, but I found it great. Switzerland's anti-Trump protesters wear giant middle fingers on their heads during March.
No, I did not see
You
that.
didn't? It's incredible. If you're able to Google it, please do. So, to be fair, they were not actually protesters. People are calling them protesters. It's a certain kind of like festival parade they do in Switzerland every year, and it will just have like big topics shown in a very artistic way. So they had these very like geo looking like paper mache type like huge middle fingers like on their head,
Yeah.
and then these giant portrayals of Trump in like murals, and there would be
my
like
gosh.
I don't know 20-30 of them in these like middle finger hats. Basically, it was very cool looking, like
Yeah.
but yeah, just that was fun.
Yeah.
I love that Switzerland's also say fuck you to Trump.
Well, I mean, I don't fucking blame them. We're burning all of our bridges with our allies currently.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't want to get into politics too heavily
Right.
here. It is insane, some of the stuff, some of the headlines. Trying to parse through and like pick out good headlines that aren't necessarily like super political has been rough.
even from the Reddit places where you can usually count on it not being political, now they're even being sprinkled
Yeah.
with some because it's just so potent. Like
It's
you
everywhere.
can't escape it. It's our life. Yeah,
Well-
it's quite awful.
You ready for my last headline?
Yeah.
Houston, embalmer's license suspended after being accused of cutting off a dead man's genitals.
Oh
He
no!
fucking deserved it. He was a sex offender. She cut his dick off and put it in his mouth. Yeah.
Oh.
We honestly, you know what? I'm here for it.
Oh my god. So
Yeah.
the dead person was a sex offender.
Yes.
And the embalmer,
The embalmer was like, fuck you, and cut his dick off and put it in his mouth.
I assume she had some kind of penalty.
Yes, her license was revoked.
Oh, her license was revoked.
And she was like arrested for abuse.
That really
of a corpse.
sucks. But
her bond was only set at $5,000.
I'm with you. Like, sex offenders, especially if it's something with children, I am so okay with their dick being cut off and put it in their mouth. Like,
I didn't see that it was anything with children, but it specified like an altercation with a woman at a bar. Yeah. Which I think we can all understand and agree that. I'm sorry.
I'd like to put that man's dick in his mouth.
Yeah, I agree. There's a quote here talking about, this is the vicious, brutal attack of a corpse. This person's already dead. When someone dies, there should be dignity that should be left. It's like kind of shocking, even to me. Like, shut up. All right. Yeah, this guy was kind of a piece of shit, so.
Yeah. All right. I've been telling everyone about this one.
Okay.
Passenger swallows rosary beads on chaotic flight to Miami.
You didn't tell me about this.
Because I wanted to save it for this.
Why did they swallow the beads?
Because.
Wait, did they want to use them as anal beads later?
No.
Okay, good, because that's not
purpose.
That's not how that works.
No, it's not. You're right.
Grip them or grip them like a lawnmower.
They thought someone on the flight was possessed by a demon. Or brought a demon onto the flight.
Why?
And so I think they're just super mentally ill. So this person, the flight attendants thought they were having a seizure mid-flight because this person was like convulsing, freaking out because they felt like there was a demon on the plane.
Gosh.
So then they swallowed rosary beads to try and save themselves from said demon.
Okay, do you remember maybe a year ago, there was a video that went viral of a woman. She had like a Karen haircut, blonde hair. She was on a plane. She'd either
that motherfucker's not real.
Yes. That's what I just thought of.
Yes.
She also was ranting and raving about there being a demon on the plane.
Yeah, she went from like slightly I'm angry to like that motherfucker's not real. I'm so fast.
Pretty sure though that she came out later, like a few weeks later, and was like, I was having a mental health crisis and I got help. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, but I think consistently about that. That motherfucker's not real. Like
vibes. I wish I wasn't real.
Yeah, same.
Should we take these off? My face is burning.
Oh, then yes. If your face is burning, please take it off. Oh, I'm so sorry your face is burning.
It's okay. Everything that's not like a normal sensation feels like burning to me.
Here. Ew, it kind of looks like bologna.
So, on February 17th of 2025, a Waterbury, Connecticut woman called to report a fire at her home. After the fire was put out, she was arrested.
I am so excited that we're talking about this.
Did you read any articles about this?
I honestly didn't. My plan was to research it, and then when you told me you were covering it, I was like...
That's why I told you. I was like, don't fucking touch this story.
She didn't actually tell me. She was like, if you're doing a story in somewhere in Connecticut, don't. And I was like, well, I was going to. And she was like, too late. So, no, all I read was the headline. Okay. So please inform me.
So the cause of the fire was her stepson, whom she had kept locked inside his room for over 20 years. The man was 32 years old and weighed only 68 pounds when he was found.
68 pounds?
68 pounds.
That's like two of me. That's one of... That's half of me.
Are you okay?
I'm so wrong. That's half of me.
So the man's identity has not been reported, which honestly, like, I'll be so real with you. I dug around and I tried to find it.
They're probably trying to protect him.
Oh, for sure they are. And they're doing an incredible job.
That's good.
Sure, like, genuinely, I applaud them on that.
Yeah.
There were even things that were like, yeah, it's incredibly hard to do. But there were even stories that were like, new cop footage, fucking cop cam. Cop cam, that's what it's called.
Cop cam, CC. But badge cam?
What's the body cam?
Body cam. Chest cam.
Body cam.
Nipple cam.
The nip cam. It's like forward and backwards facing. It's like outward of everything else, but then also inwards you have a dark night vision shot of the nipple.
For like inside.
For the cam.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think it's important to have both views.
Yeah, it's important to get both the nipples.
Yeah.
Of the police officer. So, but like there were even stories that were like new haunting footage, body cam of the guy going into the ambulance. When I clicked on it because I was like, I want to see, like, this sounds awful, but what does a 32-year-old man who weighs 68 pounds look like? They don't show him at all.
Good.
They'll like small little clip, the fireman's blocking the cop's view of everything. Like they're doing a beautiful job of protecting this guy's identity, which I think is for the best. However, they have released the stepmom's name, which I think would probably give a lot of people locally who are in that city the ability to determine who this kid was. And
yeah, that would be very easy for them to figure out.
well, locals who went to school with who they believe this kid to be spoke out about concerns that they had while he was in school.
Okay, so he's 32, so he would have been in school until he was 12.
Yes,
okay.
He was pulled out when he was 12.
Okay.
And apparently what they remembered of him in school was he was always dirty, hungry, and had bad dental hygiene. He lingered at school and would try to, like, hold off on going home as long as possible. And
so sad.
Unfortunately, he was picked on by other kids for being different. Because kids are awful and they don't understand. And so they pick...
Yeah, kids are brutal.
They really are.
Because, yeah, for many reasons, but yes.
They tend to lack empathy is really what it is. So the school had actually called CPS while the kid was still there over 20 times. But the department failed to identify any problems.
That's the really shitty thing is that, like, when you call Child Protective Services is like, well, I say this like I know. I don't have kids, but I've heard stories. Is like, there is a list of things that they have to check.
Yeah.
Like, they need pure evidence, like, in order for them to be able to do something. And if she's hiding this kid effectively or keeping it in a place that's really awful, then, like, yeah.
Well, I mean, she was married to his dad.
Right.
And his dad was alive and present. His dad only passed away relatively recently, from what we understand from this kid. The other thing, too, he had half-sisters. He had half-sisters.
And they were not in the fucking basement or wherever she was keeping them?
She was keeping him in a room, a tiny room. And I have the dimensions of it's an 8-foot by 9-foot room.
Oh.
So this probably doesn't really matter to anybody on the podcast. Remember my old house? The attic? And there was that other little office room that I was using?
In there. It's like that.
Smaller than that.
That's a closet.
I know. He was kept in a closet. So he was like, he would constantly ask kids for food. He would dig around in garbage to try to find food because he wasn't getting enough food at home. And after his parents found wrappers of food he had been given by other students, the boy was pulled from school. He was locked inside his room, being given only 2 bottles of water and 2 sandwiches a day. He would actually ration his water to use some for showering or washing his hands. And he figured out a way to, because he wasn't able to leave to go to the bathroom, he made a funnel and he would pee into the funnel to run it through a window to the outside. Because he obviously doesn't want to, like, pee in his room. But unfortunately, when he had to drop a dookie, he would do so on, like, paper or in a bag when possible and would just roll it up and store it until he was allowed to leave the room.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This is horrifying.
It's absolutely fucking horrific.
Wow.
So
20 years of this.
20 years. And nobody's checking on him.
Teenage years, your adolescence, like...
So I read a couple of different articles, too, that had interviews with family members. And they said stuff like, whenever they would ask about him, the parents would just get irrationally mad and would shut down contact.
Sure.
There were multiple family members that spoke out and were like, we asked questions, then we were never invited back. We never heard from them. They wouldn't answer phone calls or knocks on doors or anything like that. They just cut contact.
Right.
There was an uncle in specific who spoke out and was like, I thought about that boy every single day, but what am I supposed to do?
Right.
I believe it was him who hired a private investigator.
Oh, wow.
And the private investigator was like, all we can do is look for an obituary.
Ugh.
Which is heartbreaking.
Because you can't fucking search their house without a cause. Like,
and a private investigator isn't a cop.
yeah, they can't do
get
it
a warrant.
anyways. Yeah.
So by the time that the fire, what happened here with this fire, this man was allowed at this point outside of the room every day for just a few minutes. There were multiple locks on the outside of the door, locking him inside. And his stepmom, this is after his dad passed away, would unlock the doors just a couple of minutes for him to go out and let the dog out, basically. And that was his only time outside the room.
Wow.
He was able to, during those moments, kind of scrounge around and he found newspaper, and he found a lighter, and he found hand sanitizer. And he snuck those back into the room with him.
Oh, smart.
He was so desperate to find a way out that he risked his life for it. He used all of these things to accelerate a fire.
Yeah.
To get, because all he knew was like, well, the cops, I can't reach the cops. A fire will get the fire department here, who should be able to help me get out.
It's also wild, too, because, like, sometimes
out.
when kids are kidnapped, or not necessarily kidnapped, but kept in solitary at such a really young age, sometimes they don't realize that that's wrong, and they don't realize they should escape. So it's crazy, too, that he was old enough to realize that. I mean, I guess at age 12, you've kind of figured out the world a little bit, so I'm glad he was trying to escape, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And when the fire department came, because obviously they did respond, they were able to get him and his story out, which is huge. Another small thing, too, it's just kind of, I don't want to say sweet, but it's, I think, very eye-opening to like where his brain was and like the level of interaction that he had with the world.
Mm-hmm.
The last time that he had been trick-or-treating, he was 12 years old, and he dressed as a fireman. So there's kind of this weird poetic, he was saved by, obviously he admired the firemen, and he was saved by them. But he is out now.
Okay.
The stepmom was arrested.
Thank God.
She got out on bail. But he has the full support of his local community behind him. They have raised, as of today, which is March 29th, over $134,000 for his medical, dental, and therapy costs.
That's great.
And the Safe Haven of Greater Waterbury has put the money into a trust for him, and people have come together to give him the necessary items to just exist as a human being.
And sorry, the dad was living in the house while this was happening?
He was living in the house, too.
I mean, did he get penalized in any way?
Like, the dad's dead now.
Oh,
Dad passed away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he did get penalized, the greatest penalty.
Yeah. But I don't know what's happening to the stepsisters. I mean, they did nothing. They knew about him and they didn't do anything. Well, and they're
also, I assume, children, technically. Like
at the time, yes. Yeah. But, like, now they're also adults. Like, ugh. What do you do about that?
Because they had to have known, right?
Yeah, like, but they also could have spoken out and said literally anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they knew that he was still being kept there.
But it's hard because
as
a kid under the age of 18, I would be nervous because your parents can do anything. Like they might not be able to kick you out. And you're
still trying to figure out what your parents are doing, whether or not that's right or wrong.
Right. And like you don't want that done to you.
Right, exactly.
But like once you turn 18 and you've moved out, whether it's to college or off on your own or whatever, like bro, call the fucking cops. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That is absolutely insane.
He is safe. He's with people and he's doing better. He's in a medical facility last I saw, and he's been putting on weight and being given nutritious food, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
And they don't have his name out for obvious reason and for good reason.
Wow. What a fucking insane thing.
Right?
Stories of kids and people being held for years and years and years and like not being known about. Like that's shit. It's just absolutely fucking wild. Wow. Crazy. Ready for mine?
I think we should do an ad break.
Yeah?
Yes.
What's the ad for?
Whatever podcast wants us to run an ad for them. Here you go, guys.
Pack your body bags. We're going on a slaycation. Tim, what's a slaycation?
A slaycation is a murder or mysterious death that happens while you're on vacation.
If you like to mix humor with horror and travel,
join me, Kim Davis.
And me, Adam Tex Davis.
And me, Jerry Colbert.
As we look at the craziest slaycations that will have you asking, what the F is wrong with people? You can find Slaycation on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Just remember, getting away can be murder.
And we're back.
I thought maybe you were going to advertise something that you really were like passionate about.
We have great people who support us.
Yes,
we run their ads.
Do.
And they run our ads.
Yes. Thank you very much to our other podcasters who have done some podcast swaps with us. I was going to say lip smacker. Smack your lips.
Love smacking them lips.
Now in kiwi.
And blue raspberry.
All right. So mine is like weirdly similar.
Ooh.
Like not quite to the extreme by any means, but it's similar in that someone was stuck in a place.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
I thought I was going to die. 6 days trapped in a car, just out of sight.
Wait, no, I saw that.
Yeah, you did?
I didn't read the headline. Or I didn't read the story, but I saw the headline.
It
my God. Wait, did this person survive?
They did survive.
My gosh.
It is absolutely bonkers. So the image on this story is an SUV type car with its nose in a creek ditch, and it's almost like 90 degrees like vertical. So
just crawl out in the car.
No, they can't, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
So Brianna Cassell woke up in her Ford Taurus on Tuesday morning and began to lose hope that she'd ever get out of the car alive.
Ooh.
Nearly a week earlier, she had fallen asleep at the wheel while driving to her mother's house and careened into a ditch. For 6 days, Miss Cassell, a 41-year-old mother of 3 from Sheldon, had been trapped in the vehicle, battling for her life. The accident shattered her left arm and legs and crushed the dashboard, pinning her lower body in place.
Oh my God!
Her cell phone flew under the passenger seat just out of reach and quickly ran out of battery.
Oh my God.
Absolutely insane. So, the first few days, Miss Cassell crashed around midnight on March 5th and immediately began screaming for help. The road was mere yards away, but because her car was almost directly under a bridge, people were not able to hear her.
But not even that. Like, so many cars are now soundproof from the outside.
Yeah, you're not going to fucking hear that.
Oh
or you're
my
banging to your
goodness.
music, or like 18-wheelers are passing by.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So her leg started bleeding really heavily, and she was able to use her arms, even though one of them was broken. She was able to use them. So she was able to take her belt off and make a tourniquet for that leg, which probably saved her life because it was bleeding really severely.
If you've never looked up how to make a tourniquet, look it up right now.
I've
Stop
never
the
looked it up.
pod. Really?
Well, I mean, you just tighten the belt under the where the wound is,
Over.
right? Oh, it's over?
It's over.
Oh, see?
So, like, above.
Okay, that makes sense. You're trying to stop the blood from getting
Yes.
to the wound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's, like, a certain way to do it where you're, like, you kind of lever something, like a stick in between so you can twist it to really cut off circulation.
That
It's-
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, wild. Oh, God. Hope I never
Sorry.
have to use that, but yeah. Good to know. So the temperatures were below freezing overnight, and apparently she had just bought a big comforter for a friend of hers and had it in the back of her car, so she was able to grab that.
Oh my gosh.
Probably like in this kind of position where you're leaning your arm back, pull the comforter over, keep her warm. And the crazy thing is that she obviously had no food, and she's like, okay, I can survive without food, but I cannot survive without water for a certain amount of time. There is a little creek that she's like nosedived into, but she can't actually reach the water. She took her sweater and dipped it into the water.
That's so
and
smart.
then squeezed it into her mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that incredible?
Yes.
Absolutely incredible.
So she didn't have any food?
Didn't have any food.
Oh my god, skinny legend.
Literally, the police are still searching for her waist.
Snatched. Anyway.
Get caught in a car for 6 days. Start your diet today. I'm so sorry.
Doctors don't want you to know this one crazy hack.
So her family did put out a missing persons report because they were desperately like waiting for her, didn't know where she was. There was a rescue team that went out, dogs were looking for her and everything, and they did not find her.
Oh, they didn't find that dog in her?
You and that drink, oh my god.
The more I drink it, the better it tastes.
We
all
have
right?
another one to record after this. This is the short one.
Fuck.
All right, so Jeremy Vanderwall, 44 years old, a heavy machinery operator. I thought it was saying that he was heavy, and I was like, I shouldn't include that. That's rude. Jeremy Vanderwall, super fat guy, was working on a drainage project. He was working on a drainage project outside, nearby. And he saw the car and told his coworkers, we need to go check that out. It looks like that car crashed. So they go up to the car, and then he basically says, like, holy shit, there's a person in there.
Yeah.
And they were able to get her out. So 6
my
days,
God.
several very severe injuries. She is okay, but like
Those days must have fucking dragged.
I can't even fucking imagine. And she
Like-
fucking the water, using the sweater in the water,
That's so smart.
so smart. Yeah.
So smart. I would not have thought of that. I would have just died.
Yeah, I think.
I think it'd be for the best.
And I would have cried a bunch because like poor pitiful me, so I would have lost even more water, you know what I mean?
What do you think about during those 6 days? Do you know? Like, I think I would think about all the weird things that I said in public that I shouldn't have said.
That too. I would also be like, wow, it's true what my brain's been telling me. No one loves me.
Yeah, same.
They're out having a great time. They do not care where I am.
But it's the truth. Nobody does love you.
It's so fucking true. No one loves you either. We're in this
Thank
together.
you.
You're welcome,
It means
including
so
me.
much. Wow, dude.
Is it time?
For a cutie pie corner?
Cutie Pie Corner.
So my cutie pie corner
Huh?
isn't an animal. I'm so sorry.
What the fuck?
I know.
Okay.
This is about Puppy Mountain in China. Have you heard of this?
No. Okay.
It's really cute.
Okay.
So Shanghai-based designer. I'm so sorry. These are Chinese names. I didn't look up how to pronounce them because I'm American and I'm lazy.
Oh, I thought you were Chinese this whole time.
Surprise. Shanghai-based designer Guang Qingshan was out for a hike one day while on vacation, and after he got home and looked at his photos, he noticed a mountain in the background that looked like a puppy. After posting the photo online, he received over 120,000 likes in 10 days.
Wow, what's that like?
Right? Can't relate. So he said, quote, the puppy's posture is like it's drinking water or looking at some fish.
Aww.
It also looks like it's quietly protecting the Yangtze River.
Cute.
Yeah, and it's interesting because people in this area who have lived here for years have walked by this mountain or like driven by it many times, and they never put two and two together. They never noticed it looks like a puppy. And I think it's an incredible example of both pareidolia, which is the phenomenon of humans finding patterns in an attempt to make better sense of the world visually, and also our ability to overlook things every day.
That's great. What was the term you said?
Pareidolia.
Pareidolia.
Yes.
I didn't realize that there was a word for that.
There is, yeah. So it's like if you're looking at wallpaper and you see like a face or like a speckled ceiling.
You're attempting to make the thing make sense for what you've seen before.
Yeah, and if you listen to the podcast, The Black Tapes, you'll hear that word 13 times in every episode.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a fictional podcast about...
I think I listened to that.
I tried to... I showed it to you once.
I think I did listen to it.
It is spooky.
Yeah, it was very spooky.
Great one for Halloween.
Yeah, I had a good time with it.
Did you listen to all of it? There's like 3 seasons.
Yeah, I remember listening to one about the like abandoned
It was a bank.
Bank?
It was a
Okay,
bank.
yeah.
That's like episode 1, girl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it gets like it used to.
But I listened to a bunch of episodes, so I got pretty far. I feel like I got to a point where there was a resolution, so I don't remember.
There is no resolution.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's okay. But I'm gonna show you Puppy Mountain. So
Yay, show me Puppy
this
Mountain.
Is Puppy Mountain from afar. Right? It looks like a mountain.
Yeah, I don't see the puppy. Oh, puppy!
Isn't that super
That is a puppy.
cute?
It's like a shepherd, like a German shepherd or something.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
that is a puppy. I like that they call it Puppy Mountain, not Dog Mountain.
Yeah, it's Puppy Mountain.
I think
And
Puppy Mountain's very cute.
tourists have been going and taking pictures with it in the background.
That's
And it's very
great.
cute.
Puppy
It's not an animal necessarily, but I thought it was really sweet.
It is on the inside.
Yes.
You know,
It's not just rocks. It is meat.
On the inside.
Yes.
Incredible.
Just like you and I.
On the inside were rocks? Yes.
Meat.
Oh.
Oh. Meat rocks. What are bustles but meat rocks?
You know, almost every day there's an occurrence of Puppy Mountain at my house. Me and Bobby sit on the couch. 3 puppies snuggled together.
That's not what I thought you were going to go with that.
Puppy Mountain.
Great. But yeah, I know it's not a dog or
No,
anything,
I think that's
but
very
thought
cute.
it was
I like
very
that. It's
sweet.
very wholesome. Thank you.
It was between this and a guy who was fishing in New Zealand and had a dolphin jump onto his boat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's kind of like scary a little bit.
Yeah, they like
Bottlenose dolphin?
I don't know. It was just a dolphin.
Like a big, but they're big. They're all big.
It was like 900 pounds.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty big.
And he went, oh, and his little pee-pee came out.
Really?
No.
Oh. Okay, the reason Haley said that. Well, I don't know if that's the
it's
reason,
okay.
but we've talked about it before because I mentioned before that I used to work at a place with dolphins, and like there were different positions they would train the dolphins to be in so that you could check them medically.
Oh, different positions?
Not sex positions, not Juno positions.
Okay.
No, but you got to check all over the dolphin, make sure they're healthy, check for any new like bites if anybody's been beating them up. But there was one that like I think it was just one dolphin. The girl was like, oh yeah, and there's this one spot if you rub his tummy, his penis comes all the way out. And I was like, oh, excuse me?
Is that the
What?
story?
That's the whole story.
I've been telling people you've been jerking off dolphins.
I did not jerk off the Haley, I did not do it. I watched her do it and I was like, wow.
She jerked the dolphin off?
But she didn't touch the penis. She rubbed this part on his tummy and he was like, that feels good. And he just shot his penis out. His weird little swirly penis.
Did I send you the reel that was the dolphin that had the dead fish?
Yes!
It put its pee-pee in
I
the dead
cannot
fish.
believe you've been telling people that I jerk dolphins off. No, I watched one girl rub his belly,
Okay.
and I was like, wow, that's
Okay.
weird. I don't need to do
Well,
that.
Okay, in my defense.
Okay.
In my defense.
Uh-huh.
First of all, I never said your name. I just said, I have a friend. And second of all,
I'm your friend. Everyone knows who, if you say friend, I'm the friend.
I have more than one friend.
No, I don't.
But second of all, the last time that I heard this story was number 1, 5 years ago, maybe 6.
Yeah.
And number 2, I was drunk off my ass and I asked you, Harmony, have you ever heard of John C. Lilly? And
Yes.
you went,
It was like at my house, at my old apartment or something.
it was at Spooville.
Oh, it was at Spooville. Oh my god, it was.
It was at Spooville. I was drunk off my ass off Svedka out of the bottle. Lemonade Svedka, full circle.
Okay, but at least we got Tito's. We got the decent shit this time.
Tito's is good.
Yeah.
I got a buddy named Tito, and that's what he drinks.
Is he made of vodka?
No, he's Haitian.
Oh, so he's made of Haitians? I think we're done here.
We're done. Thank you for listening to Make It Weird.
Thank you for joining our slumber party. It's time for bed. We're gonna go sleepy.
The fuck we
but
are.
real quick, first we're gonna record another episode.
And we're gonna get maybe a different.
Haley almost finished her entire drink. This is just a glass full of vodka. Don't. No.
Oh, look at my coaster.
Make it weird coasters.
Oh, so fun.
Oh my god.
We're not offering them to anybody else. They're special to us.
Unless you want to pay us a lot of money. Or like
$2.
send us a cute email. That would also be fine.
No, we're gonna get cute emails and people are gonna be mad that we're not sending. Where's my water buffalo? Why
Okay.
don't I have a water buffalo?
If you
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
If you send us an email with a legitimate weird story that we could talk about on the podcast, we will absolutely send you a Make It Weird coaster.
I can support that.
Yes.
I can buy these.
If you got something really weird to tell us, and it can be a personal story too, but it's got to be real. No copy pastas.
no copy pastas, and it has to be like really weird.
Yep.
Like the weirdest thing that you can come up
The
with.
weirdest things that happened to you, the weirdest thing you've heard about, somebody told you about it, you found it on the internet, we haven't talked about it yet.
Not found on the internet.
No, it's got to be like a personal thing?
Personal story.
Okay, a personal thing.
Because if somebody were to offer me up a free coaster every time that I presented them a weird story from the internet, I'd have 100
You'd have so many fucking coasters. Yeah. Okay, fair. So yeah, give us a really good fucking story. We'll send you a coaster. Great.
It's really
all right.
hard
Well,
to
these
do.
are 2 snails signing off for the evening for our mini weird. Woo.
Thank you
One
guys.
at a time. Woo woo.
Thank you guys for
Thanks
hanging
for
out.
hanging out. Keep on
Making it
weird. Goodbye. If you liked our episode, please leave us a review on Spotify or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads at Make It Weird Pod.
Got something weird you want to share with the world? Send it over to us at makeitweirdpod@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening to Make It Weird.
Bye!